Hi, in this video I will tell you how I actually select peer-to-peer lending platforms before I invest on them. I wanted to do this video for a while because it's really the most important part of investing in peer-to-peer lending, choosing the right platforms for your portfolio. So I did a lot of reviews of platforms on my website, on this channel, but I wanted also to give you some actual advice about how I chose those platforms. So I will divide that into two parts. So the first part will be what I call internal criteria. And those will be that only concern the platform itself, like the interest rate on the platform, different features, and nothing else. The second part will be what I call external criteria. And those are really all about what other people are saying about the platform. And I will tell you exactly my process about how to find those. So let's start with the first part, the internal criteria that are really specific to the platforms. And in those, I also distinguish between two parts. The first part is making sure that the platform is actually a real platform and not a scam, because there are many scams out there. So your first objective when you look at a new platform is to determine, is it safe to invest there, right? Just by looking at the platform, is it safe to have your money there? Will it return money? And won't you be scammed by this website or this platform? So for that, I do what I call a real business check. So what I do is first create an account on the platform. It is usually free. By the way, if it's not free, there's definitely something wrong, because most of the platforms are completely free to open an account and to let you check their investment and the platform. So if they ask you to pay something upfront, there's already something shady about this platform. Then, usually during the process of opening up the account, maybe not right away, but after you open the account, they will ask you to verify at least your ID, right? So they will ask you to submit a copy of your passport, of your ID card. That's mandatory, at least in Europe. So if they don't actually ask you to verify your identity on the platform, that's also an indicator that something is wrong, right? Because they shouldn't let you invest any money without verifying your ID. So as I said, with some platform, it will come later. They will let you open the account. But when you want to invest or deposit money, they will actually ask you for this ID verification. Once this is done, okay, so once this first check is passed, I actually check that they are real people. So what I will do is email the support. I just asking some basic question like, I just started, how do I invest? How do I start on your platform? And if they are a real platform, they will answer, they will help you because they actually want you to succeed on the platform. If they are not a real platform, like it's a scam, they will just try to push you to put more money, but without actually helping you. Then I actually call them, right? Many platforms will not display a phone number, and that's already something shady as well. A real business will have a phone number, will have somebody to talk to at the end of the line. So call them, ask the same question, and see if they are helpful to help you with the problem that you have. Last point is I actually check in the company registry of the country where the platform is located. It's usually very easy to access those online now. I check if the company behind the platform actually exists. So that's very easy as well. Usually they will give you even their number of registration in their country. Just check that it all matches, that the name match, that the address that's on the website and on the company registry match as well. Just check that it's actually business, like a real registered business behind the platform. Usually scams will not have any kind of business open because it will be way too easy to find them later. So make sure that they are actually registered in the country where they say they are operating. So this is the first part of those internal checks. And just make sure that it's actually a real business and not a scam. Okay, so now for the second part of those internal checks, I always check what are the actual features of the platform, because there are many platforms out there. So you want to invest on the one that has the best features, or at least match a lot of those nice features that I like to see on the platform. And the first one, as an investor, you want a good interest rate. So I usually don't invest on platforms that cannot provide at least a 10% interest rate. It's really easy, at least in Europe, to get those. So why would you invest in a platform, a peer-to-peer lending platform that has less than 10%, right? So I always look for loans that have at least 10% and I invest only on those. Then in the futures, I also want my money to be invested at all times. Therefore, I look for platforms that have enough loans for my capital to be invested. Some platforms will have nice interest rates, but there are not enough loans. You need to fight basically with other investors to invest in loans. I want to avoid those platforms because I know that my capital will not be used at all times, and that's quite bad for returns at the end of the year. I also want to have a good diversity of loans. So for example, I like platforms that are like marketplaces for many loans, many originators, many countries, so I can really automatically spread all my investments on a single platform across many loans. Also, what you heard a lot probably is the buyback guarantee. So a lot of platforms actually propose that now. If you don't know what it is, it's basically a mechanism to automatically get you your money back if a loan is late, usually 30 or 60 days late. So they will automatically give you your principal back, meaning you won't lose money. So obviously there are many platforms with that. I like platforms that actually not only provide a buyback guarantee, but also tells you how much money there is in the buyback fund, right? So in case something really goes wrong, how much money reserve that they have to actually pay this payback guarantee. So that's very interesting as well. And I know a lot of platforms are doing it now. So very look for that. Not only buyback guarantee, but also make sure that they actually have the money to pay back this buyback guarantee in case things go south. Also, I want all my investment to be completely passive, so I'm always looking for platforms that have an auto invest function, so I can just set my portfolio at the start and just let it invest for me without me having to go in the platforms every day, every week or so. I just want to manage it for, I usually manage it once a month, but that's all I want to do. So I really want this auto invest function to be present on the platform. Then you have some additional details like a nice interface, a nice support team also, right? That people that can actually help you. That's more like details. Although I look for that, it's not something that will really decide me to invest on a platform or not. All those other checks, yes, but those smaller details don't have a lot of it. So now let's go to the second part, which are the external checks. Those are all the things that people are saying about the platform that you are considering. And there are many things that you can do to actually get this like social feedback from people. The first one is a good old word to mouth, right? So what people actually say directly about the platform. And these include other people that are investing on the platform that you may know directly, right? That tell you, oh, I invested in this platform for a year, it's great. That's a very good sign to invest on those platforms because that's somebody that actually, that's invested on those platforms and have good results. You can also use forums. Just be careful about those because sometimes there are people that are recommended on platform that never tried them before. They just want the commission. They didn't invest anything on it. They just are looking for a quick back, right, by recommending the platform. Obviously, for example, that's not what I do. I always invest my own money on the platforms, but there are those people on the forums, so just be careful about that. Then you have social review platforms that are also very helpful to find good platforms. One is Trustpilot, which I use now for every platform that I review. I first go on there, see if people are talking about the platform, and to see really what are first-hand experience of people with those platforms and what they actually think about it. The last thing I wanted to mention in this part here is an app that I created myself to track your peer-to-peer lending investments, but also to discover new platforms and see what people say about other platforms. So see it as Trustpilot, but also dedicated to peer-to-peer lending. This is called TrackInvest, and you can sign up for free. I will leave the link also below this video. And I'm integrating into this platform like a whole social component to see directly the results that other people have with platforms, like without any bias towards one or other platform. It's just raw data from people what the results are, what they think about the platforms, how many people are actually investing in one given platform. So all of that to help you make a better decision. So there are not a lot of people yet when this video was recorded in the app, but it's growing every day. And I really invite you to check. It's completely free. You can use the app to track your portfolio or just to have a look at what other people are doing in terms of peer-to-peer lending and what platforms they are choosing. So again, you will find the link to that below the video. So these are basically all the techniques, all the checks that I use to select platforms. So I really hope it will be useful for you as well. Really use that to select your platforms because that's the most important part of building a very solid peer-to-peer lending portfolio. So if you have any questions about those criteria, about peer-to-peer lending in general, don't hesitate to leave them below the video. Also, I made a text version of this list that I use to select peer-to-peer lending platforms. You can find that also via the link below the video. This will direct you to my website. So again, thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.